Hey guys, it's Logan from Diamond State. I'm just finishing up a little bit of last minute Christmas shopping. And while I'm at it, I thought we'd make a video for you all about stocking stuffers. First thing that I want to talk about is this Tactile Max box from Fulling Mill. This thing is super sweet, has this divider in the middle. A lot of us carry this box in our boat bags just because they hold a lot of flies. It's got 960 slots in it, so it can hold everything that you would need for multiple days on the water and then some. Great little box, great little stocking stuffer for the fly fisher in your life that has just about everything. The next thing, these sun clouds. You can't have too many sunglasses. If you're anything like me, you've had several pairs fall off your head into the river, or you let somebody borrow them, they disappear, they get scratched or whatever. You can't have too many pairs of sunglasses. I keep a pair of these in my boat at all times as a backup, and they're great. The polarization is awesome, especially for what we need out here during dry fly season. These are fantastic sunglasses, and they come in right around that $50 mark. You've heard me talk about these before, and we have a whole video on them, but I love these pliers. The loon trout pliers are my day-to-day pliers on the river. They have a sheath to keep them on your belt loop, and they cut your fishing line really well as pinch all those barbs and everything like that. They come in right around that $60 mark. They would be perfect in a stocking. For the person that likes to tie flies, we have a couple things here from fisherman. First, we've got the dubbing twister. This little nifty tool is the best dubbing twister that I've seen on the market. It's got some nice weight to it, keeps that dubbing loop nice and tight, and it spins really well on your fingers. And the next thing, this is the only bobbin that I use, the fisherman bobbin. I have multiple of these guys. They have adjustable tension on them, so you can get that thread tension exactly where you want it. It's just a great bobbin, and while they do come in a little bit of a higher price point, they're well worth it. Like I said, I've got multiple of them, but they come in right around that $75 mark. Everybody knows the Simms wool gloves. Most of us call these hobo gloves, but they're great. They keep your fingers warm. They still allow you to use your fingertips to be able to tie knots or undo tangles on your line and things like that. They keep your hands super warm even when they're wet. I think almost every guide I see on the water at some point is wearing some sort of wool fingerless gloves just like these. I wear mine almost every day that it's cold. So these are great. They come in right around $30. They'd be a great stocking stuffer. Something cool that we have this year is this wading belt from Simms. This one has the fish on it, but we have several in multiple colors, both men's and women's. The difference between the men's and the women's is that the women's is just a little bit thinner and comes in a couple different colors that the men's don't. But this, like I said, this is the one with the fish on it, and really cool wading belt. Waders always come with a belt, but if you're like me, I've lost mine, and I've had to buy several, and sometimes it's just cool to get something a little bit different than everybody else. These guys come in right around 40 bucks, and they're pretty awesome. And let's talk about this coffee mug. I drink coffee out of one of these guys almost every day. It's the Dave Whitlock brown trout mug. We've got several of these in stock. You can get them in a rainbow trout, a brook trout, a cutthroat, even a smallmouth. There's some other options out there too that we could order for you. But it's just a cool mug. Everybody loves these, and they usually sell out really fast. Something new this year also are these lanyards from Grapplers. And these guys are really cool. You can actually take them apart and use them as your regular sunglasses lanyard to keep your sunglasses on your head. but they also stay connected and have this little clip on them to use for your pliers or your nippers or whatever you want to hang around your neck. These things are super cool, super durable. They're made out of that nylon, steel-coated wire, so they shouldn't ever break on you. But yeah, something cool from grapplers this year. And the last thing that I want to talk about, while it may not necessarily be a stocking stuffer, it is by far one of the most popular gifts that we have every year. And it's just a vise. So this guy is the Renzetti Traveler. This is the vise that many of us tie on just a day-to-day basis. They come in right around that $200 price range. There's some color variations and things like that that make them jump up just a little bit in price. But this guy right here comes in right around that $200 price range. Like I said, it's a great vise. I've tied on mine for years. I know Morgan has tied on his for years, and there's several of us here that tie on these on a daily basis. But like I said, this is a great Christmas present to anybody that likes to fly fish, or maybe they're getting into fly tying. And it's a vise that should last you a lifetime. You guys can stop by the shop and check these out in person. Check them out on our website. We've got free shipping, over $50, and we can get these things out the door to you the next day to get you these gifts by Christmas if you need to order them. So check us out, and appreciate you watching.
Where's the milk and cookies?